been ready to mop something the whole time. My stomach growling. I ain't gonna pick up.
On a muggy night here in Houston, Texas, it's a perfect 72 degrees inside NRG Stadium. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And those corners who can not only cover, but they're going to get a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. You may hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Texans at 10-4 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilient.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to be sitting down around the 15-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Stroud looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And Lawrence going to move them around a bit. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. Now they'll audible to something else. Man in motion is Agnew. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets?
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now 2nd and 9. And the slot man goes in motion left. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. And this will be a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sideline and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
4th down, here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Stroud sets up the play action. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And he'll be left with a 2nd and about 4.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Trayvon Walker. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper in the territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now. Touchdown, Texans. Simi Fehoko. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to run up that right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Trayvon Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So another completion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 44-yard line. When you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Stroud now on 2nd down. And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
3rd and 1, Stroud.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
He's going to take another shot here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now Lawrence changing the play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk as the first half is winding down.
And the Jags are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make it 24-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
There he goes left side. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Texans.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A run by Pierce begins the second half. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another carry for Pierce. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now. His first 2 carries in the ballgame. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Equanimeous St. Brown. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw certain...
Oh, wide open, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the
1. Stroud completes this out wide.
Touchdown, Texans.
Simi Fehoko.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans have opened the lead up to 30.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence now going to move them around.
On 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. Locates Etienne along the sideline.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud to throw it.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stroud now on 1st and 10.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Stroud sets up the play action. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Going for it with Pierce.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The Jaguars on 3rd down.
A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far.
This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they'll wind up getting the yards they needed on 4th and 3. Again, it's Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And now they're in the hurry-up. Stroud now on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. For their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out and start the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This will use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, here's Etienne. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with that. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
85 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What